If you feel guilty saying no after losing someone physically to suicide, then this message is for you. My dear fellow survivor, welcome. I'm so honored you're here with me today because today I answer a question that so many survivors have. Before joining our Music Can Heal Me coaching journey, it's a question I had myself for a very long time. And this question is, if I keep saying yes to everything and everyone, then what am I silently saying no to within myself? Am I saying no to my healing? Rightfully so. And this changed everything for me when I started realizing that my energy was being spent on other people. So I used to say yes to everyone and everything because I thought that this represented strength and love. And I felt guilty saying no. Let's face it, I just felt guilty. I felt like I was letting people down. So I was constantly saying yes to saving people and spending time with people who want to spend time with me. And even if I wasn't spending any energy on my healing, right? And that was the issue. I was spending all my energy on others when I didn't need, and then that left me without any energy to spend on myself, on my healing. And I realized I didn't even know that this is something that existed, but there is a term that actually represents this pattern, and it's self-abandonment. But at the time, I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I was self-abandoning. Every time I was saying yes to others, I was saying no to my own healing in many, many ways because it left me depleted, right? So I realized, okay, so what do I have to do to step away from self-abandonment without feeling guilty? Okay, I have to start setting some small boundaries, right? Not just to protect my time, but to protect my energy, right? And those are needed elements in healing. So for example, if I was noticing that I didn't have capacity to say yes to someone for whatever request, I would just politely say no, right? Because I don't have the energy for that right now. I would just be very upfront. And it doesn't mean to go from kind to cold. It doesn't mean to go from generous to selfish. That's not what boundaries mean. Boundaries just mean that you're protecting your energy so that you can keep your energy where you need it most, which typically is your healing. Doesn't mean that you can't help others. Doesn't mean you can't say yes to some requests. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that slowly but surely, you start identifying moments where you have opportunities to stop self-abandoning by saying yes nonstop and to start setting boundaries so that you can say yes to yourself from time to time. And as you start with small boundaries, and as you enforce those boundaries, because of course people will try to push through those boundaries, right? If they're used to you saying yes all the time, a lot of people will try to push through your boundaries. That just means that your boundaries are being tested. That also means that you're practicing the muscle here that we're building, which is setting boundaries, enforcing boundaries, and even clarifying again and again your boundaries so that people understand where you're coming from. And it's not selfish, right? It's not cold, right? What is doing is every time you set a boundary, you're signaling to your nervous system that this is regulating, right? Saying no to others and saying yes to yourself is extremely regulating. And the more and more you signal this to the nervous system, the more and more that it feels second nature for you to stop self-abandoning and start setting and clarifying and restating boundaries as often as you need to. And this may be challenging. It was challenging for me at first, but it becomes more simple the more and more we practice. Just like anything, we're just building a muscle, we're building strength. And if you build this strength, you will have more capacity to spend your energy where you need to spend it, on your healing, on deep healing work. So my dear fellow survivor, start today. Don't wait. Start setting a small boundary. Stop self-abandoning bit by bit every day. And you'll see, you'll have more energy to invest in yourself and in your own healing. My dear fellow survivor, I say this with all my heart. Please take good care of yourself. And of course, May you be filled with music and heal.